I'm the Intercultural viewfinder, Stephen Coates, and today the principle is called the people principle. It's actually 3 words: people, process, product, but I like to sum it up in just one word: the people principle. As someone who went to film school and then I went into Hollywood and was working there for about 5 years before I went into the nonprofit world, it's seriously tempting for me to really focus on the quality product. Everything must be top-notch. But things don't quite work that way working with low-budget, nonprofit media. I developed the conviction over the years that putting people first, followed by an honorable, integrous process, will lead to a quality product in the end. You just have to trust the process. When I look at the resources that I have available to me in the media production process at this point in my career, I don't have tons of money. I don't have high-quality equipment. I actually use pretty low-quality stuff to try to produce high-quality materials. But what I do have is quality people, good people to work with, that have a heart and they have a passion and they really believe in what they're doing and they really believe in the missional purpose of the organization or the project that they're working on. Years ago, I was the production manager on an audio dramas with multiple voices in a studio in North Carolina. This was in the Sudanese dialect of Arabic. We had a big team, we had a director, we had some really good quality actors. We had quite a bit of money invested in it, not like a Hollywood production, but there was a lot of money invested. And we were on a schedule, and we had to keep the schedule. We had so many days to get the production done. Well, we were nearing the end of one day in the studio. Everyone was tired. We'd been working hard. And then, even though I try to recommend the actors to turn their phones off during the production, somebody in the corner had their phone on. They saw a message on their phone that one of their most honored and revered artists back in Sudan had passed away. And, of course, this person received the news. They were heartbroken. They were upset. And then they shared it with everybody in the studio before the next take. Well, there was weeping and crying, and everyone was upset. What am I going to do? I'm the production manager. We have to get this done, right? Well, at that moment, I had to focus on the people in the production. So we took a break. We went outside. People were hugging each other. People were consoling each other. It was a very historic moment for them that this artist had passed away, and they wanted to mourn and weep and just share memories. And so I don't know, it took a long time. We were outside for probably an hour. Was that wasted studio time? You could say that, maybe, but we had to follow an honorable, integrous process. If somebody dies, you have to honor that. You can't trample on that to get the project done. People are emotional, people are real, people are raw. They felt this person that many of them knew personally, respected artists back in Sudan, had died. They needed a moment to mourn. They needed a moment to weep and just come together as a community. So we took that time. Don't even know how long it was. And then eventually we continued. I don't think we made our goal for the day, but we did end up getting our goal for the week. And so what happened was the team really bonded in that moment, and we actually worked more efficiently in the coming days. And by the end of that production, many days in studio, we had a party at the hotel. One night we just stayed up late, had food, there was music and dancing, and all of these actors and performers came together and wanted to continue working as a team. They wanted to do more projects together. They wanted to work in collaboration. A couple of years later, I heard from members of the team that they had gotten together. They had shot a couple of short films. They were scripting together. One of them was directing. One of them was writing. It was a very special thing for me to see how and not that it all came from that one moment, but that's just an example of how putting people first, wanting them to flourish, wanting them to be at their best and not trampling over them to get to the product. You also have to think about, too, that if you're going to promote a project, your best promotion of your project is the people on the production team. If they leave and you don't pay them enough, or you leave and you're mean, or they leave the studio and they can't stand you, or they didn't like the production or the people they work with, they're going to talk bad about you. They're going to go talk about you online. They're going to call their friends and family and say, that was horrible. Don't ever work with that guy. Don't ever work with that company again. But on the other hand, if they have a good experience, they were paid fairly, you treated them well, they had a nice lunch, they felt comfortable in the production process, you were honoring of them, you put them first, they're going to leave that studio and be one of your best promoters. They're going to talk about it, and they're going to share the word, spread the word. And that's what happened on that project as well. You have to put relationships first. People function best in community, working with each other. The people process undergirding it also is a principle of love, just loving people, loving your neighbors. It's pretty basic. If people feel loved and cared for, they're going to spread the word through their family social networks. You know, I never see media as a product or a project anyway. I see media as something that serves people. You want your media to be engaged with in community, in a social network, in a community network. People on people. That's how media works. My most favorite memorable moments with media is when I experience a great film or a beautiful music video or a poem, and then I get a laugh about it. I get a cry over it with my wife or talk about it with my kids over breakfast. That's what media should do. It should help people flourish. Media is a tool to support relationships. It's not the other way around. As someone who works as an international media consultant with SIL Global, I think they got it right. If you look at the International Media Services website, what they say in their slogan is people flourishing through media. They got that right. They put the people first. It's not about media being awesome because we got some cool people. No, it's people flourishing through media. There's a saying that I really like that reinforces this principle, the value of human beings, the value of people. David, the author of Psalms, the shepherd boy David, in one of his Psalms, Psalm number 8. What is mankind that you, God, are mindful of them, that human beings, that you care for them? So God Almighty, the creator of the universe, he is mindful. We talk about mindfulness a lot in our culture. Isn't that amazing that God the Almighty is mindful of us, his created human beings? This is the importance of people. Put them first, see them flourish, follow an ethical process, and you're going to come up with a program that you're proud of and that is actually pretty high quality.